Venus in Virgo. So many people close to me have this energy. And this video's been a long time coming. A lot of years of challenge, of having to learn how to deal with this energy. And I don't just mean me, I mean them, them themselves. This energy is a challenging energy, to be sure. It, in some ways I find it to be even more challenging than Venus in Scorpio or Venus in Aries, which are also challenging Venus placements. And supposedly, well, not supposedly, astrologically speaking, Venus in Virgo isn't supposed to be quite as challenging as these, but from my experience, it can be fucking brutal. So let me talk about some of the challenges first, because I know that you guys are very direct, blunt people, and that's appreciated on this, so we can get to the nitty-gritty. But then we'll talk about some of the beautiful things that only exist for Venus and Virgo and exist for you guys once you get over the challenges, which, although numerous, truly have beautiful rewards. So some of the challenges, just critical nitpickiness, and these words encompass so much more weight than they seem to at first. Venus and Virgo can pick themselves apart, can pick other people apart, but again, it starts with yourself. Everything starts with the self. You guys can pick yourself apart so much that you have eating disorders, you have image issues to the point that you hate yourself, that you cut yourself, that you damage yourself, and not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. You break yourself down, you think you aren't worthy of love, aren't worthy of being here. You can really, really hurt yourself. And, I relate. I have Neptune in the house of Virgo, and that's also a challenging Virgo placement. And I've also had to deal with self-deprecation and, self-mutilation in the form of breaking yourself down and feeling worthless. And that's really you guys' biggest challenge, is to overcome that feeling and to have love for yourself and to truly appreciate yourself, because it's a Earth Venus, and because it's Virgo, it's earthy. It's about the body, and you guys can be way too analytical about your bodies. You can pick yourselves apart to the point of absolute insanity, and you can really torture yourself, saying, oh, my face is this, my insert body part here is insert perceived negative attribute here. And it's really sad to see. I mean, any negativity, of course, is really sad to see, but for Venus and Virgo, it's just so... Venus is the planet of love, of romance, of harmony, of beauty. And when a person is cut off from all these amazing attributes and parts and aspects of life, the person is miserable. And that's where the nitpickiness of others comes in, because you've nitpicked yourself so much that for other people, it's just an extension. You hate yourself so much that you turn that hate outwards. And of course, that's why Venus and Virgo has such a reputation for being very bitchy and being very critical and analytical and nitpicky, to the point of just not wanting to be around these people. And I've read in several places, and I've found that with Venus and Virgo energies, sometimes you guys need to retreat and be on your own and figure out what it is that's bothering you, because there's always an inner reason for that negativity, something that you experienced before that, well, I don't know, I don't have this energy, but I do know that there's always a reason, so you gotta find it and overcome these challenges, because they're brutal, man. They're brutal challenges, but you've got to learn. You've got to learn. You cannot get around challenges in life. For whatever reason, your karma is to experience this energy, and to not see yourself as a victim is a crucial part of all of this. Any placement, but especially Venus and Virgo. So, seeing the challenges, let's talk about the beautiful things. Venus and Virgo has the ability to be completely selfless and to completely devote and dedicate themselves to amazing results, to amazing ends. The people that change the world through service have Venus and Virgo very often. The people who are able to completely let their ego go and not worry about themselves and recognition and legacy and all that stupid ego shit, oftentimes have Venus in Virgo, and they're able to, you guys are able to truly be of service and ask nothing in return, which is the most beautiful gift. It truly is. It's incredible. Being able to analyze. You guys have incredible critical faculties, analytical. And again, we've talked about how that can be very challenging, how that can get you down, because you break yourself apart and rip apart yourself analytically. But if you use this power of analysis to benefit, you have no better appreciation, no better thoughtful perspective on art, on beauty, on everything that Venus rules, on relationships. Venus in Virgo gives the best advice, but you gotta get over your own challenges first. You gotta stop picking yourself and breaking yourself apart. Otherwise, your advice is just nitpickiness, You're not truly trying to help the other person, you're just trying to perfect them, trying to fix them. That's something you have to avoid. There's no such thing as perfection. The only state of perfection, true perfection, is imperfection and the love of that. You gotta accept someone before you can get them to change. And I mean accept them. I don't just mean like, okay, I'm gonna tolerate being around you so I can change you. No, I mean like appreciating them for their flaws as well as their strengths. And helping them overcome their flaws, but helping them. You can't do it for them. And again, you can't fix them. It's not like a person needs to hear a certain phrase, no matter how incisive it may be, and then that will fix them magically. No, you have to be there and you have to support them for exactly who they are in order for them to transmute their energies into who they could be, And again, once you guys are clear of your own problems, once you recognize that you're critical of yourself and how to overcome that, and again, you figure that out. That's not up to anyone else. You got to figure that out for yourself. Story of life, story of karma. Once you do that, you give the best advice and you help other people understand themselves to the T, because for God's sakes, there's no one better at understanding self-loathing and how to overcome it like you guys. Every Venus in Virgo I've ever met has had serious issues with themselves. But so many too. Every single one, when they've overcome it, are able to help others like no other. And they're able to pinpoint exactly what a person needs and needs to do. But I cannot stress this enough, you've got to be clear yourself. You have to figure out your own junk first before you can help somebody else help. Again, keyword, help. You can't do it for them. Help somebody else with their junk. To my friend Anne, who brought up a great point. Venus in Virgo is a earth energy, and Venus is again how you relate to others, especially romantically. And so earth is very cold. It's not, wet and emotional like water, or, fiery and warm and stuff like fire. And it's not even it doesn't have the gentleness of air. So you guys can be very cold in your relationships with others, but that's not necessarily a bad thing too. Again, every single energy is necessary and contributes to the whole of just energy, And you guys are one of the most, you make the most stable and reliable and trustworthy, dependable people once you overcome your challenges and you embrace yourself. You know, you work tirelessly for your family, for your loved ones, for, you know, people who need help. Anybody who needs help. Tirelessly. And you guys are dependable. You know, you show up, do your thing, and you continually do that. You continually show up and do your thing. That's amazing, you know? And you work, and you're of service to the world. So that's important too. You need to dedicate your service, your cause, to something that's worth your while. You know, something that's worth your incredible power and abilities. You know, don't dedicate your service. And again, this is part of the challenge, is don't dedicate your service to those who don't deserve it, or those that aren't a full expression of what you could be doing. It's the very unfortunate aspect of Venus and Virgo to sell themselves short. You know, I have a dear brother of mine who, coming out of college, sold himself completely short and got this shit job that is just torturing him. And it's just now that he's finally getting out of that and realizing, oh my god, wait a second, I'm this genius who has all these amazing capabilities. I don't need to be working at this place, you know? Which, you know, nothing wrong with the place, but for his capabilities, for his faculties, it's a completely under what he could be doing. And what he could be contributing, you know? Don't see self-deprecation as modesty. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. Modesty is health. It's okay. You're good with yourself. In fact, it's the ultimate state of being good with yourself, because you don't care to, you know, get attention for what you're doing. You know it's not even knowing. You're fulfilled in what you're doing. Your potential is being exacted. So only you know what your abilities are. You know, for every Venus in Virgo, maybe you're a Leo, maybe you're what else can be Venus in Virgo? Cancer, Scorpio, or Libra. Whatever your sun sign, and of course all of the other signs. Only you know what is the best application of your energy. Oh, of course, you also could be a Virgo, duh. With Venus in Virgo. But only you know, no matter what your other energies, what is the fullest application of your energies. And you should not follow other people's advice when it comes to... I mean, it's always good to get people's guidance and advice, but don't rely on other people's advice and guidance at all, really, for this energy, I find. You guys tend to take other people's opinions as law. At least, again, at lower order, you know. Higher order, you're set. All these challenges are conquered. You're aware. That's all you need to conquer this kind of stuff, is awareness and consciousness. And then you're free of it, you know, and you're free to contribute the beautiful perspective of Venus and Virgo. Venus and Virgo is a challenging energy, but again, you guys have the most beautiful contribution to give the world. You know, whether it's Leo, Mick Jagger has this energy, for example. Whether it's Leo and, oh, that'd be good. I'll look up Venus and Virgo while I'm talking. A perfect example, you know, he's using his analysis to craft these amazing songs that truly add to the world, and truly are the, at least one culmination of his abilities. And the world's made better for it. You know, he was going to the London School of Economics before, and if he would have sold himself short on his artistic ability with Venus and Virgo, which thankfully he didn't, god damn, can you imagine the Rolling Stones not existing? It's just like wrong, you know? But had he sold himself short and just said, okay, I'm gonna do that's specifically, Virgos tend to sell themselves short when it comes to stability. There can be a huge fear of instability rather, and not having enough, and so you sell your time short, basically. You work jobs that aren't the fullest potential of what you could be doing. And it's really just a waste of your time, because it's all born of fear anyways, you know? And again, I mean, imagine if Mick Jagger was an economist. And, you know, I'm sure he's a wonderful economist. Actually, I remember seeing an interview with David Bowie that he said, you know, Jagger was still sharp in economy and stuff. And but just imagine if that would have been the focus instead of the Rolling Stones. The world would be a much, much less beautiful place. For sure. Absolutely. Alright, I don't have a lot of time left, so I can't think of anything else. So let me see if I can get Astro theme to be working. If I don't, I'll go ahead and tell you the email. I could always just do another video and connect it, but I like working under pressure. So, alright, I have about a minute and a half. Oh, work, computer, work. Ooh, you bastard. Off the top of my head, who else is Venus in Virgo that you guys would know? Open, motherfucker. T-minus 55 seconds. It's strange. I can't think of... Ooh. Maybe a sign. That is a sign. Work. 40 seconds. That was just fun. Come on, man. I must not be meant to be doing this right now. Word. Okay, well, you're smart, so I have 20 seconds to say this. Apparently you're meant to find these people on your own. Go to astrotheme.com, look up under search astrological criteria, and search Venus and Virgo, and you'll find them. Good, yeah, that's how it was all meant to manifest. Alright, fuck it. Yeah, best of love to you, and you know, stay in contact with me. Tell me what it's like to work with this energy and how you've overcome it, because I'd really love to help other people overcome this energy and reach their fullest potential. It's such a beautiful energy once it's overcome the challenges. So. Okay. Namaste.